Hello, this is Paweł from DevOps Codes Academy. Welcome to another episode about learning cloud and DevOps. Today we will go with the last episode about Linux commands. We will learn about environment and shell variables, how to list them, set and unset, and how to combine into a new one. Let's jump into the console. Okay, so we are now in Linux terminal. In Linux and Unix-based system environment variables are a set of dynamic named values stored within the system that are used by applications launched in shells or subshells. So in simple words, an environment variable is a variable with a name and associated value. Variables allow you to customize how the system works and the behavior of the applications on the system. For example, the environment variable can store information about the default text editor, the path to executable files, or some configurations like, let's say, Terraform, or either we would like to reuse in some shell scripts. Let me explain you how to read and set environment and shell variables. So variables have following format. If we type here key equal my value, we assign a value of my value to the shell variable key. If we type echo key, then we will get the value. We can also use double quotes around. Let's make it key2 equal my other value echo $key2. Oh, sorry. Key2, my other value. But at the same time, you can see that if we echo $key and add something like add in the end, it will print out our shell variable in this case and append this sign or whatever we type here at the end, right? So it could be my value, and we have my value dash my value. The names of the variables are case sensitive by convention, and environment variables should have uppercase names. That's a very good practice to do that. If also what we have to remember is to do not put any spaces around the equal symbol, right? So if we assign key3, don't make it like that. This will not work, right? So we have to type it together, value 3. Oh, I overwrite now. So if we go echo key, you see that we have the value. If I put lowercase y, you see that there's no value. So remember that variables, they are case sensitive. So what's the difference between environment variables and shell variables? For the environment, these are variables that are available system-wide and are inherited by all spawned child processes and shells. And for the shell variables, they apply only to the current shell instance, which we are using right now. So if we go out and go in, it will be gone. This variable, the shell variable, will be gone. So how to list all of the environment variables? We can type env, and we will have a list of all of our shell variables. We can also use the command printf, which will do the same, but thanks to printf, we can print any of the variable that we are interested. So as you can see, we have a variable term or host name. Oh, sorry. Yeah, and it will print the value. So what about our key variables that we were defining? As you can see, they are not visible here. If we use env type grep key, this will look for it, and it cannot find anything. That's the way how we can quickly search. If you don't want to go through all of the lines, you can use grep for that. And as you can see, we can find term here. So we cannot find key because we set it up as a shell variable. So to set a variable as an environment variable, we can make it in different ways. So for example, if we want to add it to the environment variable, we can add export in the beginning. So if we type export key equal value env, let's say, and we do print env key, you can see that we will have it now. If we type env, we can try to find it, and here it is. We have key equal value env, right? So thanks to our export, we can do that. And if you have already an existing shell variable, like we have it, key2, I guess, yes. So we can just type export key2, and thanks to this, we should assign it to environment variable as well. Yeah, now it's visible. We can also try to find it, and here it is, key2 equal my other value. That's very nice. So we can also unset the variable. So if we type unset key, it will disappear. And grep key, it's not anymore there. We have only key2, right? So we can set, we can list, we can unset environment variables, and we can also combine it. So for example, let me export key once again, export key value env, and or even we can make echo, you can open double quotes, $key plus $key2. So we can use two variables and combine them into the one command, right? Let's try if we can add it as a new variable, key3 equal $key plus $key2. And let's see what will happen if we'll print env $key3. So you can see we can assign, we can combine two variables into one. That's very useful thing. We will go to some examples later on in the pipelines when we will learn a little bit more about Git, so we can create some unique strings based on predefined variables from the builds, from the CI/CD tools. So I hope that was a value for you, learning about environment variables, how to set it up. Of course, these are only basics. I encourage you and recommend you to go a little bit deeper and learn about the variables. So this is the last lesson from the Linux operating system at this moment. In the next lesson, we will go and learn about the types of EC2 instances. We will learn much more about how to create EC2 instance with different settings. And we will continue next lessons learning more about AWS services. So hopefully that was a good introduction into Linux operating systems, some basic commands that we will for sure use later on in building some pipelines. That was Paweł from DevOps Codes Academy. Thank you for watching. You can delete your instance right now because we will create a new one in another lesson. So don't forget to terminate, be responsible for your resources in the cloud. Thank you and see you in the next lesson.